Hello, Houston. We're here with my new podcast, episode 2. It's called The Next Play. Finally decided it. Today we're going to be talking about the Astros and the Rockets. Astros losing to the Angels again, starting on 2, and the Rockets pulling away from the Grizzlies. We're going to talk about the Astros first. I didn't like the offense. I did not like Mike Burrows. So Mike Burrows gave up 9 hits for 5 to 2/3 of an inning, and he gave up 5 runs. It wasn't the best. I think he could have done better. He didn't have that much swing and miss stuff. As they're saying, the changeup didn't work as well, you know? Offense, Jeremy Pena went for 2 for 5. That's not bad after his first season coming off. We only scored 2 runs. I would count it as one because that run from the error. Logan O'Hoppe had a terrible night behind the plate. He gave up 2 errors. Yeah, it was not good for Logan O'Hoppe, but it fortunately made us have a run on the first inning. And I was like, okay, offense is here today. Jose Altuve having these hustle plays on going to first on that chopper. Normally someone would jug that out, but he literally sprint all the way and got there. I like to see that from pretty old Altuve, not in his prime. And then when he steals, it's overthrown. He gets the three, and that's what. But we still don't score there. We still don't score in a runner's position. And then we had runners on first and third one time with Jordan up. Yes, it's 2 outs, but it's Jordan. Yes, he did homer today. I did call that yesterday. If you remember, I did say he's gonna homer tonight. But I also said Mike Burrows was gonna deal. Newsflash, he did not. Stephen O'Kirk got the job done. 1.5 innings. 1.5 innings. 3 strikeouts, no runs. Ryan Weiss gave up 1 run, and Roberto Mañez gave up 0. He had some command issues on going on, but he locked it in. Gave up 0 runs. I say the pitching staff did real well. Besides Mike Burrows, obviously. Mike Burrows, the fastball wasn't look good. They were definitely on that fastball. Angels are they had a 60% chance swinging on the first pitch every time, which is very crazy, especially with the good prospect. He was the 30th prospect for the Pirates organization. I mean, yeah, just not a good night overall for the Astros. Yes, Jordan homered. Yes, Jeremy Pena scored. Like to see Jeremy Pena back in the lineup, obviously using contributes with that. But I did not like the offense. I did not at all. We had a stolen base by Jeremy Pena, and we had 2 hits by Carlos Correa. Glad to see him back in the form of his hitting. We'll be right back on Wyatt's next play. And we're back with my show. We're going to keep talking about the Astros here. We're going to talk about that 3-run shot. We gave up too many home runs. Mike Trout obviously hit another home run, which was great for him, glad for him, but not good for the Astros at all. Mike Trout is one of the best players right now for stats. He has 2 home runs, obviously, and 4 walks. It's not looking too good. And today, Josh Hader threw a bullpen. That's good because we haven't seen Brian Abreu play in this regular season because it hasn't been close enough. Like that game last night, it was 6-2. 6-2. That's not good enough. We have to score the runs. We have to get rid of the pitching. We have to get lockdown pitching. I think Tatsunami is going to pitch today, which will be good to see his first opening day start. No, opening series start. That will be good for him. That 3-run home run by Josh Lowe didn't really help us out. Didn't really help us out at all. I mean, yes, it would be closer. That ball was hit out of 14 parks. Of course, Daikin, they have a small park. Left field, Crawford boxes. Love that park. But yeah, let's talk about the Rockets. The Rockets. Yes, it was close in the third quarter, but we eventually pulled away in that fourth quarter. That fourth quarter was not real good for Jabari Smith. Yes, he had a great game from offensive standpoint, but him and Clint Capella did not look good at all. Jabari Smith had 5 turnovers and Clint Capella had one. Yes, that's not bad, but they did not have any chemistry there. I did not. Obviously, Jabari Smith is still young. He's very young, but I did not see light out of that when Clint Capella and Jabari Smith would. I think it was 7 minutes left, and then they were in, and they were just. It was like 3 turnovers that quarter. It was not good. Kevin Durant obviously heated up on the fourth quarter. He had a final stat of 25 points, 10 assists, 1 steal, 6 rebounds. Jabari Smith had a great offensive standpoint. Don't get me wrong. He literally had 21 points, 16 rebounds. That is amazing from a small forward slash power forward. That is amazing. 16, if you're getting 16 rebounds by one player, that's like a Jokic standpoint. I'm not comparing him to Jokic, but I'm saying the rebound standpoint, yes. But that's what Jokic is literally averaging. Jabari Smith had 5 turnovers. Kevin Durant had 3 turnovers, 25 points, six rebounds, and 10 assists. Al P, he it didn't really look good for tonight. I think he was forcing those shots more than he did. If you remember the Heat game, he had a historical night of shooting the basket. Literally, he was lights out. I think he only missed 2 shots. He had a three-pointer that game. That was crazy. He was 6 for 13 with 8 rebounds and 7 assists. Didn't really like it. And Amen Thompson, I like where he's going. I really like where he's going with his 3-point shooting. He's definitely increased like his shot. Like he's definitely like getting more confident with that shot. And if he can settle and get better with that 3-point shot, that if you have another 3-point shooter point guard, I think like Reed Shepherd, if he's a Reed Shepherd 3-point shooter, obviously it's not going to be that because, Reed Shepherd's pretty good at 3-point. He's having a historical. He was from 3-point. Reed Shepherd was 3 for 7, and Amin Thompson was 1 for 2 from the 3-point. Amin Thompson final stat line had 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists, and another 8 rebounds. I think Amin Thompson is a great point guard for his rebound standpoint. If you remember that one game, he had 15 rebounds with the Heat. I think that was a historical night just for the Rockets and generally. They had Kevin Durant with his 40-point game and his passing Michael Jordan in the all-time list. Congratulations to him, but that was a long time ago. And Alp had 35 points that game. Amen Thompson had the game winner, and he had 16 rebounds. Like, it's crazy. Like, if we could just play like that every night, obviously we won't. But final score was 119-109. I think the defense really played well. Clint Capella, I just didn't see life out of him today. Normally, he's that great bench spot. He's going to come in for normally Alp or Jabari or, yeah, something like that. And he comes in really well with those long rebounds. Definitely. I think he gets the rebounds. He had 5 rebounds and he played 15 minutes. He played 15 minutes. I really see greatness out of him. But he's not going to get any playing time. He had 15 minutes out of I'll P 33 minutes. That's half of his minutes. But Clint Capella I just didn't like him as a bench player today. If you're gonna come in, you have to do the job and you fill that player spot, especially like an all-star LP is. You can't do that. You can't allow Jabari Smith, one of your best players, like on those screen pick and rolls. Those were terrible. Clint Capella just didn't see him. Literally, it wasn't chemistry at all. Clint Capella overthrew overthrew Jabari Smith a lot of times, and one of them was a turnover. Jabari Smith literally, when he got a pass from Clint Capella, it was way to the right because Clint Capella thought he was going to go right for the screen. He was going to call for the screen, but no, it did not happen. And Tari Eason had a total of 16 points. I'm really seeing him better from the 3-point line. Yes, he had a historically bad 3-point percentage this month. It was terrible. He was literally one of the best 3-point shooters from field goal percentage wise from in the first half before the All-Star break, but then the second half, not so good. Tari's Tari Eason definitely he shot 6 3-pointers, but only made one of them. But I'm seeing life out of him lately with his 3-point. He had 7 rebounds and 1 assist. And one who had the most steals was Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd is definitely a great bench spot for that. And sometimes he starts. Sometimes he starts. And I really like him being at the shooting guard or the point guard. There, he had 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals. I'm really seeing good good defensive on him. Normally he's a disadvantage when Alp and Reed Shepherd are in, but not really anymore because Reed Shepherd has stepped it up. I like Reed Shepherd and Clint Capella on defense normally for me, but he's literally like stepping up. He's stepping up because he's like, I want to play in this game. I want to play with Alp, my star player. I like that. So we'll be right back on this break. Okay, and we're back. Excuse me for saying Tatsunami was pitching today. I thought he was gonna pitch. I thought he was gonna be our number 2 starter, but no, he doesn't pitch this weekend. Christian Javier versus Reed Detmers on the mound today. Christian Javier, he threw 98 was his top fastball this spring training. Really like to see his velocity back up. That's really great for especially the Astros organization. Last year he really stepped it up with his obviously his big injury from last year before that. And he came back for a little bit of the season. He did have a 4.62 ERA, but only with how many innings? 36 innings. That's not bad, but I'm definitely going to see him step it up this year because he was a all-star pitcher. Don't get me wrong. He had a 2.54 ERA in 2022. He threw a no-hitter in the World Series for 2022. I like to see that Javier for that. If we have that Javier, I'm fine with losing Fromber. Yes, it is a very disadvantage to have Fromber, that lefty and everything. But I like to see Christian Javier step it up. I want to see Mike Burrows. I really have confidence still in Mike Burrows with his definitely his bad night with 5 runs and 5.2 innings. With he did have 9 strikeouts, but yeah, totally. Reed Detmer's final stat line was from last year was 4.77 ERA with 20. Oh wow, that's terrible. But he did come from an injury, so he had 5 wins, 3 losses with a 1.3 WAR. He had 60 walks 2 years ago with having only, and he had 10 losses that year. It's not real good. In his first year, like his second year, everyone was like, in 2022, everyone's going to say, oh, this guy's the next one. Well, he had a 3.77 ERA with 7 wins, 6 losses, and he played 25 games. That is really good out of a second year starter with his first year having a 7.4 ERA, but didn't get that many chances to step up with only 5 games. Then he played the next year, had a total down year, 6.7 ERA. Terrible. 17 games played though that year. I really think we're gonna win this tonight with Jordan back with the bats. Jose Altuve, I did see some life out of him. Carlos Correa back with the bats. Like I'm glad to see the bats going yesterday. But we just need to handle that pitching. I would like to see Brian Brady pitch. We haven't seen him pitch. I don't care if it's 11-0. We need some reps. It's been 3 days. 3 days since he's pitched. I don't know. I don't know. But if we have Brian Abreu pitch tonight, that means it's going to be close. Because I know Joe Espada is not going to pitch Brian Abreu because he wants to save our arms. Save the arms for 160 left. Yes. But we did have Rockets win. We did have Astros lose. Hopefully they win tonight. Uh, we'll see you next time on the Next Play podcast. See you later.